Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
Hi Ned, I'm doing all right, thanks. Just finished up a week of racing over in Italy in the Tirreno Adriatico. The racing's been pretty early over here in Italy, or relatively early, so we've managed to get on the bus. And normally it's to catch the last 20-30 minutes of the Tour de France stages. So I haven't been there to be able to correct you on your commentary along the way.
Don't start. But you did see the big finish up the Grand Colombier. That was chastening for Egan Bernal, wasn't it? And perhaps chastening for the team as well, and something of a surprise.
Unfortunately, today obviously was a massive blow for the Ineos Grenadiers. Egan looks as if he's out of the GC race, over 8 minutes down now. So that's a tough one. I didn't see that coming. I mean, he seemed to be there and thereabouts, and I thought he'd keep within sort of hitting distance all the way to Paris. So I mean, that was a big surprise from that last race stage we saw. What
I think it did go to show, Chris, is the burden of the number one on your back, and the burden of sole leadership of the team, and something you've dealt with all throughout your career.
It's something that's so underestimated in cycling, and coming in as the defending champion, and just once you win that first Tour de France, your life is never the same again. When you've got number one on your back, you're marked almost out of the race in a lot of senses. You move and everyone's straight after you. It's a very different race.
I've read a couple of quotes that have made the news pages today. Actually, that you wanted to be at the race. I mean, you were already resolved in your mind to ride as a support for Egan Bernal, and that frustration that you're not there. How's that kind of? How are you processing that?
No. I mean, I think some of those have been taken a little bit out of context and have been sort of blown up as headlines. I mean, I was merely just answering the question, saying that I was more than willing to go there.
Okay.
I wasn't pushing to say I should be there or anything like that. I was just merely, I mean, in the build-up to the Tour, I realised obviously this is the position I was in, and I wasn't going to be going into the race to win it. But I was more than happy to go into the race and give everything I had to help Egan try and win it. That was the position.
Chris, we shouldn't take anything away from, I have to say, the brilliance with which JumboVisma have approached their task in hand. Have you seen a chink in their armour yet at all? I mean, the way they rode today was exceptional, wasn't it?
The way they rode today on that final climb, or all stage really, was exceptional. I mean, they had the numbers in the final. I mean, I have to say it was reminiscent of the old Team Sky way of riding. They were completely in control of the race. They set a tempo that no one felt as if they could attack until the last few hundred meters, where I think Richie or Pogacar tried to up the pace a little bit. But they aren't showing any weaknesses at the moment.
All right, Chris. Now, since you're developing into such a fine television pundit, well, if you've been correcting my commentary, Chris, I'm more than happy to.
Well,
we put you on.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us your podium now. You've got to separate, I guess, the two Slovenians in first and second place, and also give us your pick for third place. Who's going to be on the podium in Paris?
Personally, I'd love to see Richie up there. I mean, I think he's ridden a fantastic race. He was probably the one who accelerated in that last kilometre on yesterday's stage. He's coming into great form towards the end of this race, and I'd love to see him on the podium.
And which of the Slovenians wins the Tour? Assuming it's them, Chris. Go on, pick. Is it Pog or Rog?
Wow. I'm going to go for the underdog here and go with Pog.
Let's go with Pog. Chris, wish you all the best, and thanks for joining us. And we'll be watching you. We'll be watching you at the Vuelta in a few weeks' time. Good luck.
Cheers, Ned. Thanks a lot. Cheers, guys.